Previously in the Brotherverse.
How in the world are we going to find these gangsters?
Hi there, festival goers.
Which areas should we avoid to make sure we don't run into any, what are they called?
Rectrons.
Rectrons.
There is a lot of underground gambling. This is the Sprite Racing Stadium.
Yeah, let's go here.
Bet they're gambling
Yeah.
on it.
You guys want to make a bet here?
Yes, we would like to gamble.
You have anything, with a little higher stakes?
You want to talk some higher stakes? Let's go to the steakhouse.
Okay.
So you guys are currently walking with 5 hooded figures of various sizes, and you're walking out of the stadium, and you start following them. And at this point in the night, it's pretty late. I mean, the Sprite race started at 10:30. It's around 11 p.m. right now. So you venture back out into the forest from the stadium, and you start walking down a path that leads to a large stone staircase. And you guys start climbing up, like, towards the rim of the crater almost. So, like I said, the city of Vanguard is built into the side of this crater with a giant lake in the middle of it. So the steakhouse is like above ground, basically. So you guys are following them up this stone staircase, and you see some more of the, like, glowing birds. You see a few of those giants I described before, who are, like, passing these, like, stone platforms back and forth. It's kind of like elevator transportation. And eventually you get up to a wooden house that's built into the side of the cliff. And it has a large wooden door. And on the sign above the door, there's just a picture of a pipe with some smoke coming out of it. And so the hooded figure that you made the bets with turns to you and says, "All right, you wanted higher stakes? Now it's time to see what those stakes are." And he opens the door and leads you in, and there's a bunch of tables in there. It kind of looks like a tavern, but there's a bunch of people just kind of sitting around, and they're smoking, like, hookahs. And they're blowing puffs of colored smoke out, and the colored smoke, like, turns into animals and starts running around the room. So you guys walk through all these clouds of smokes, and he leads you to the very back, and there's another door there, and you see him reach into his pocket, and he pulls out this little blue card that's the size of, like, a credit card, and he waves it in front of the door, and there's this shimmer of blue, and it unlocks, and he walks in. And inside the door, you see there's a giant dirt, like, field in front of you. It's about the size of a football field, and it's just like the area that you've walked into is basically a giant cave. It looks like it's carved out of the mountain, and there's this giant dirt field. And he walks in, and he's like, "All right, you guys ready to make some higher bets here?"
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, so we have a little ring we like to run back here. Before we start going in, are you guys good with 10 platinum apiece?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is higher stakes. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Real quick, how much did I win?
You won 1 platinum.
Is that all? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I'm at 201. Okay.
I guess
Yeah,
I'm at
10 platinum
199.
sounds good to me.
It's like, so this is a little game we like to play in here. It's called Catch the Boggle. And he walks to the middle of the field, and there's this, like, cube that's sitting in the middle with this fabric draped over it. And he pulls off the fabric, and there's this little gray goblin inside. And he, like, jumps when he takes the curtain off of it. And you see that he's, like, really shiny. And as he, like, jumps and surprises, there's just, like, this like sweat-looking liquid that, like, sprays out from him and lands in the dirt. And he's, like, sitting there shaking and acting really ecstatic. And the guy faces you. He's like, "So this game is pretty simple. basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this Boggle out of its cage, and you have to catch him and bring it to your side of the field before our team brings it to our side of the field. The winner wins 60 platinum.
It
I
sounds-
guess 30 platinum.
It sounds like Catch the Danny DeVito.
Yes.
Is
I
that
can picture him like that. He's got a little like ring of hair around, bald on top.
Gross. That's awesome.
This is fantastic. Let's do it.
I'm thrilled at the fact that this is an actual game that we get to partake in. I was expecting to come here and just like watch more things race, and we had to passively partake.
Yeah, you guys get involved.
Yeah.
Or eat steak.
We like to have our
I thought-
gambling be a little more interactive.
So what are the ground rules?
It's like there are no ground rules.
Oh, it's a free for all.
Yes, it is a free for all.
All right,
and he
buddy.
rubs his hands together maniacally.
Yeah, so do I. We just laugh at each other.
No
maniacally.
shots to the face or groin.
Yeah. No, there's no rules.
Okay, fine. Shots to the face and groin.
Groin it up.
Yeah. So, and he says, like, the only thing that you should note is that if you kill the Boggle, it will reappear in the center of the stage here.
Oh.
Ooh.
There could be some
So
skill
it can't be
to
killed,
had
but there could be some, some
Strategy.
tactics associated with that.
Is it painful for the Boggle?
We don't know.
You've never asked it?
It's magical resurrection. He seems to be fine.
Okay.
He just comes back screaming. He's excited to start the game again.
I'm alive.
I'm a real Boggle.
So the Boggle is sitting there and he's shaking and he looks over at all of the gamblers, and the main gambler kind of looks at him and back at his crew. He's like, all right, so I have 3 of my men here who are going to be gambling with you today, as he says with air quotes. And 3 of the figures drop their hoods, and you see there's like a tall figure and 2 smaller figures that are standing now in front of you. The tall figure is a Goliath, so he's like 7.5 feet tall with gray skin and these red eyes, and he has these red tattoos all over his body. And he has a large broadsword that he has like hanging over one shoulder. The next one is a female tiefling, and she has this light pink skin, and her hands are like wrapped in bandages, and she seems to have like these like big fists. And then the third person is a female drow, and she's wearing a green tunic. And next to her, she snaps her finger, and a ethereal wolf appears next to her.
Man.
So we have Drax, female Hellboy,
Yeah.
and Midna.
And Midna.
I don't know what the last thing is. A drow?
A drow is a dark elf.
Oh, so it is kind of Midna.
It is kind of Midna.
Yeah.
I like that. I had names for these people, but I kind of like your description of them.
Yeah, that puts a
Drax, Hellgirl, and Midna.
Hellgirl, and Midna. So they look at you, and then they walk into the dirt field, and the Hellgirl just looks at you as like, time to play, boys. And she just starts running out into the dirt field, kind of spinning in circles, like dashing back and forth really fast, like she's like preparing for a race or something.
Let's do it.
Puff does some light calisthenics. Maybe
Yeah,
just
stretch.
like, putting the knee up, putting it down.
I just kind of feel like Puff is always limber.
guess that's a good point.
Too limber.
Just stand wobble-legged.
All right, so the main gambler, he looks at you, is like, all right, I feel like at this point I should introduce myself because I'm going to be mediating this. My name's Nico. I'm going to be on the sidelines here, judging the whole thing. So if you want to go to your side of the dirt field, I'll call us off here in just a second.
Okay.
All right, can we have a little powwow before this
Yeah.
thing starts?
Yeah, let's huddle up.
Definitely.
I feel like, I mean, obviously we want to win here, but also there's 4 of those dudes here that all probably have those key cards we need, right? That blue thing that he scanned us in with.
Probably.
So what should our game plan be here? Should
Yeah,
we
I mean,
just...
we could make our primary objective to just swipe key cards, and then whether we win or not doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then we can sneak away like we've lost, and then
Yeah, and they'll just be all excited that they won platinum.
yeah.
Yeah. And I will note that I said earlier that you were walking with 5 hooded figures. There's still one other hooded figure on the sideline that's kind of near Nico. He hasn't really said anything.
Oh, really? Ominous. Or we could just try to win their respect by winning this game. I don't know if they'll respect us or hate us.
Yeah, me neither.
That is the gamble.
The real gamble.
I guess we could just play the game and see if we find an opportunity to swipe key cards.
Grope the dudes.
I do
All right.
have Darwin.
Oh, yeah. And
Oh.
we have Screezel.
And we got Screezel.
I don't know if that'd be helpful. It's not very...
I mean, he could get the 2 on the sidelines for sure. Screezel could run over.
He could go up behind the hooded figure, but he can't really do anything.
How conspicuous is Screezel?
Probably very.
This place is just infested with weasels.
He just looks down and there's a little top-hatted weasel staring at him.
It's those damn top hat weasels again.
Goddamn infestation.
All right. Well, let's just see what happens.
All right.
So I give them a thumbs up, like, ready.
Cool.
Punch the Boggle.
Yeah. And I said that this place was like the size of a football field. It's more like 100 feet across.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, let me...
Not
no,
Like a
yards.
third of a football field.
Yeah, let's say it's 120 feet across.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Playing half court. Mm-hmm. All right. So do we just release the Boggle?
Yeah,
Release
Nico's going to do it.
The
So
Boggle.
Boggle on.
Midna, Hellgirl, and Drax are walking to the other side, and they line up behind like a line in the dirt that is painted blue across the entire field and is glowing a little bit. And they're standing there just kind of looking you down. And so you guys go up and line up on the other line, and Nico holds his hands up. He's like, "Gentlemen, it's time to catch the Boggle. Good luck to all of you." And he waves his hands down, and there's like this like magical energy that comes out of his hands as he does, and the Boggle cage explodes, and the Boggle's sitting there like freaking out, and he starts like dashing back and forth really quickly, and you see that he starts like sweating this like black liquid that's kind of spraying all over the ground.
We just gotta
So-
catch a
oil
greased
slick.
hog.
Grease pig.
Yeah. So everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
17.
14.
9.
All right. So first in the order, so he waves his hand, the Boggle cage explodes, and as you do, you see that the blue line in front of you like stops glowing, and Midna sprints out, and she dashes 60 feet to get all the way to the Boggle, and is basically like almost to him, like reaching out her arms trying to get it. And next is going to be Orc.
Huh. So she dashed 60 feet and she's almost to the Boggle?
Well, she's like right in front of it, about to try to put her arms around it.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'm going to dash too.
All right. So you push off the starting line, and you're doing the full 60 feet. Your
Yep.
movement speed's 60 or 30.
Mine's
right? Yeah. So
40,
you dash
so-
off.
Yeah.
Oh wait, your walking speed is 40.
Yeah, so if I dash, I can go 80, right?
Your walking
Yeah, you
speed
could
is
go 80.
40?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Dang.
It's
Oh yeah,
25.
you got that from your last like barbarian upgrade, right?
Yeah, I'm a big
Or
boy.
you're like-
I'm a big, strong man.
Big fast boy.
That's boy. Next in the order is Puff. So, yeah, Orc, you just ran and met up with the guys. Next in the order is Puff.
I am going to use... How far across is the thing?
So it's 120 feet across. The Boggle's at the 60 feet center point.
Okay.
And this
I'm gonna-
field's about 60 feet wide.
I'm going to run 30 feet, and then I'm going to cast Stinking Cloud on all three of our opponents.
So only one of them is at the Boggle right now. The
No.
other two are still at the starting line.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to cast it on the two that are still at the starting line. It's a 90-foot range.
Oh my god. All right.
90
Wow. So
foot.
they're perfect range to get stanked.
Yarp.
Is that the diameter or the radius? Oh, 90-foot range to cast.
That's
Yeah.
the range.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
It's,
like, that is a
it's a
large
20-foot sphere
Okay, that's still pretty big.
radius.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of stank.
Of yellow, nauseating gas. And so they can make a Constitution saving throw against me.
All right.
15.
Con save. Okay. So Hellgirl seems to be unaffected, but Drax starts choking on your noxious cloud.
Silent, but deadly.
So what happens now? What does that mean?
It means they stanky.
Yeah, they're real
They just
stanky.
stink now.
It's just obnoxious.
No. The creature, on a failed save, the creature spends its action retching and reeling.
Wonderful. And nothing
Apparently,
happens if they succeed.
apparently, Hellgirl, it smells, I mean, she's from hell. It's probably a lot of
Yeah.
brimstone.
She grew up smelling sulfur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, it smells like home.
Yeah,
She has advantage now on
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah, she's in her element.
Yeah. She's just very wistful right now. She's just like looking back on her life and her parents and brothers and sisters.
She's on a nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
That is an
Yenri, you're
obnoxious cloud.
Obnoxious.
Yeah.
All right.
Yenri.
I am going to probably run as far as I can. No, I take that back. I'm going to fly as far as I can.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I want to get a bird's eye view of this field so that I can do some play-by-plays for my buddies. So I'm going to take out my medallion and stick it to my chest and then just fly off over the top of the field as far as I can.
Oh, you should have taken my Scry Weasel with you so you could be like a helicopter in the sky.
Like a drone,
Like a
video drone.
yeah.
Video.
So Ryan can watch the game
Yeah.
on his little TV.
I'd go, Ryan, get back in the game. Stop watching. Watching the TV. Or Puff, get back in the game.
Turn off the
There's a really good
Screezy and I'll
game
get
on.
back to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, look, it's me. That's me
Yeah,
down
Puff
there.
can do like the weird, sort of like VR third-person view of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just fly behind you with a weasel and give you a third person.
Oh,
view.
yeah.
Oh, that
like a
would be
video game.
really disorienting.
I would.
None of that's going to happen. I'm just going to fly towards, the middle.
Okay, so you fly 50 feet, kind of at a diagonal. How far above the ground do you want to be?
For now, about like 10 feet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll just say that you're 50 feet out and 10 feet above the ground.
Okay.
Sweet. Next is Hellgirl. So Hellgirl, she like puts a little bandana over her face when the noxious gas comes, and she sprints out of the cloud and runs 60 feet to the Boggle and meets Midna there. Drax, however, just grabs his throat and starts choking, and he falls on the ground writhing, and his eyes are watering. It looks like he's just sprayed with bear mace.
And he retches.
Yeah, Drax is retching. Next is the Boggle. So the Boggle is going to run 30 feet towards the right sideline. So he's now a little bit farther away from the center point. And he's just screaming in an unintelligible language as he does that. And he's waving his hands up in the air, leaving a little slime trail behind him.
Is the Boggle naked?
Yeah. I picture him having like a little loincloth on.
Okay.
I'm a man.
Gollum-esque.
You know what?
got some good,
he is
fashion
naked
sense.
because he's all greased up. He needs to be naked to be the slipperiest possible.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
Great. Glad we know that information.
Just when you have a very vivid picture of the greased
He's like
naked thing.
like a Ken doll though. He's like a Ken doll.
In what way?
So he's to be extra slippery.
Yeah, I was like, is he
that he's
ripped
Yeah.
and blonde?
He said he's ripped.
He's like a sexy little Boggle.
Sexy little Boggle.
I figured that was really obvious to say he's a Ken doll. Yeah, he like doesn't have genitalia.
Yeah,
Chris and
I
I
get
both
it.
like that you thought like
So he's hot? He's like really hot?
hot Boggle. Hot Boggle struts 30 feet to the right side.
Hot Boggle,
strikes
that
a
Boggle's
pose.
hot.
Yeah.
Hot Boggle.
You're never gonna catch me.
Oh, God. Okay, so next is Midna. So Midna's gonna run 30 feet to the Boggle and try and grab it. And she reaches down to the ground and she swipes her hand. The Boggle just slips out and it jumps up and it steps on her head and like comically like punches her in the head with her foot and walks down her back to the other side and dismounts. And the crowd cheers for him. And he walks away from Midna. So Midna's wolf. Actually, the wolf would have been in the noxious cloud as well. So it's on the sidelines, and the wolf is also writhing in pain and gagging in the cloud with Drax.
My
So
turn.
now it's Orc.
All right. I want to take my hemp rope, and I want to try to lasso that boy. Giddy up.
Nice.
I want to hog tie this Boggle.
have the skills?
I want to bog tie him.
Bog time. I'm trying to think of what you would even do for this. I guess it'd just be like a dexterity attack
Sure,
or
whatever,
an acrobatics
whatever
check.
you want.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Is there like a rope tie?
I'm gonna say.
Is there a cowboy check?
It's gonna be. Yeah, cowboy. Yeah, there's definitely a cowboy stat on your sheet there. I think it's gonna be a dexterity check.
All right. Just regular.
Or you know what? No, this is a tool check. So this is just a raw d20.
Oh. With no modifier?
No modifiers because you're probably not proficient in
Rope?
Lassos.
lassoing.
Yeah, it's not really a pirate thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how to tie the knot, but throwing it around something is totally different skill.
Not my
Very
specialty.
different.
All right, come on, baby. Yeah. That's 12.
It's a 12. All right. You throw your rope and it lands to the side of the Boggle and he goes and he like jumps in it for a second and dances and you try and pull it to grab him and he just jumps out and laughs at you and is still standing. Did you run towards him or are you like 10 feet away? How close did you want to get to him before doing that?
I mean, I guess I could run up right next to him. No, I didn't say that I moved at all.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that you're still 30 feet away when you did that. So yeah, the rope did not hit.
Man, you little rascal.
Yeah. All right, next is Puff.
Ooh. All right. I am going to use Eyes of Charming. Pop those shades down. And look at the Boggle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do my own dance at the Boggle. I'm going to mimic the Boggle in hopes of having him be charmed by me.
All right.
So he has to do.
What does the Boggle have to do?
I never have this written down. You know, Dylan, right? Is it wisdom?
And there's something about if you're like in like combat while trying to use Charm Person.
Yeah, I think they have advantage on the save. I just pulled it up. It's like a wisdom saving throw, and does so with advantage if you are fighting it.
Okay. And it's your DC's 15, right?
It is.
Okay, so the Boggle looks at you, and his eyes just kind of get a little bit wider and twinklier-y, and he smiles at you, and is just kind of looking calmly at you at this point. So he looks enamored with you.
Oh. Can I do more?
You can move.
And you can talk.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just like, you know, kind of dance backwards and use my fingers and like, you know, kind of coax him towards me. Come on, Boggle.
All right.
And
Well, we'll see what the Boggle does on his next turn.
Okay.
Next is going to be Yenri.
How far off of the field are the dude who brought us here and his companion who's also hooded? The other two hooded dudes?
So they're right off of like center field on basically the opposite side of the Boggle. So they're like at the entrance, and the Boggle's now on the opposite side of the field.
Okay.
From them, so 60 feet away from them.
Okay. I'm going to cast Unseen Servant from my vantage point up in the air. I can cast it up to 60 feet, so I want to cast it like right next to them.
Okay. Awesome.
I don't think I can make it do anything when I first create it, but for now I'll just create him, and it's still Darwin. It's got to be Darwin. So he'll show up next to them. And then for now I'll just float over towards Orc, so I am bird's eye above him.
Okay. So you're currently looking down at his bulbous flexing body.
I say, you get him, Orc.
Cheers from the sky. All right. So next is Hellgirl. So she is at midfield. So she is going to wave her hands at Midna, and you see Midna suddenly get like much stronger. So her like muscles like burst out of her like sleeves of her shirt, and she's now looking like really strong and flexing. And obviously he's got some like strength modifier on her now. And then Midna kind of runs towards the Boggle and gets within 15 feet of it. Drax, that stank cloud's still there, right?
Yeah, unless a moderate to strong breeze has rolled through.
All right, that has not happened because you're in a cave. It's very stagnant over there.
Perfect.
So Drax continues to just writhe in pain. He's really choking now. He's just constantly spitting and choking.
Poor guy.
So we're going to just leave him there. Midna is now looking pretty strong, and she runs over to the Boggle and tries to grab it again. And this time she's able to grab it. So the Boggle was kind of like walking like a little baby towards Ryan as he was coaxing it towards him.
Puff.
And then Minda came over and swiped it. And she runs 20 feet back towards her side.
Whoa.
Damn.
So now the Boggle is basically like 20 feet towards the opponent's side. And the wolf, we'll see if it can escape the cloud. It cannot. The wolf is choking.
Poor.
Next is Orc.
So how far is Midna from me?
Midna's like 30 feet from you.
Okay. Does raging count as an action?
Nope, that's a bonus action.
All right, well then I'm going to rage. And then
Yahar!
I'm going to
You heard?
run over to Midna and use my great axe to sweep the leg.
Yes.
Remove the
All right,
leg.
make an attack roll. Remove
the legs. And I have extra attacks, so I can do it twice.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
First one is a 10.
Okay, that does not hit. So you swing wildly, and Midna ducks out of the way as it goes sweeping over her head.
Wow, I went for the legs and she ducked under it.
Or jumped over
She's
it, yeah.
She's quite the
Good call.
limboer.
I forgot.
Second one's a
She jumps over it.
second one's a 17.
Okay, so that one you go and you backswing after missing the first time, and you hit her legs. So roll for damage.
16.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jesus.
That's a lot. Ryan, how many rounds does your gas cloud last for?
Oh, up to 1 minute.
Okay, so 10 rounds. My God. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Does it require concentration or anything? It's just
It does require concentration.
okay.
Wait.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you you hit Midna, she's gonna try and keep a hold of the Boggle, and she's able to keep a hold of the Boggle as she gets hit.
Oh,
Jesus.
man.
She took an axe to the leg and was like, "But don't let go of the Boggle."
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, she's looking really strong right now. She looks like she's roided up, so she's got a pretty firm grip on that slippery
You guys
Boggle.
gotta get it. She can make it all the way back next turn.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so next is Puff.
I'm gonna cast Reduce on Midna.
I like that a lot.
Okay, Constitution saving throw. On a
Okay.
15.
On a 15. All right.
Please. Please.
So you see her running away from you, and all of a sudden she slows down a bit, and she is now half her size. And what status effects does that have in terms of like strength or something? Is there anything else with like that?
Well, when you get big, you get advantage on strength checks, right? So I'd assume when you get small, you have disadvantage on
you have
strength
disadvantage.
Yep. Disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, I'm gonna say that. So she gets reduced down, and she lets go of the Boggle because her and the Boggle are almost the same size now.
Yeah.
I love
Nice.
that image of someone running with like this Boggle in their arms, and all of a sudden they just start shrinking and are just carrying a giant Boggle to them, the size of them.
Yeah,
And the Boggle looks down like,
It's-
wait, what?
yeah.
are
The
you?
Boggle falls to the ground, then comically like puts out his chest like he's all big and strong now because they're like the same size. It's like, you frontin'?
Yeah.
Frontin'? All right. So
Now she'll have to coax him into a piggyback.
It's like straight out of Looney Tunes.
Oh, Ryan, is Charm Person a concentration spell?
I have no idea.
Because if so, I just realized your noxious gas cloud would have been gone away.
Those glasses do the same
It
thing.
is not concentration.
It is not?
Yeah, it is not.
Nope. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure.
But also, like, in with the glasses, would they have that sort of, like, thing attached to
Usually,
it
yeah, it'll say
Okay.
as if you had concentration or
Okay.
whatever. But the Boggle still likes you. The Boggle still likes you a lot right now.
That hot Boggle's got a crush on you.
Yeah.
Me?
Hot Boggle.
Oh man. Hot Boggle. All right. Next is Yenri.
Oh, gosh.
I'm gonna. How far away is the Boggle from me now? If I was floating above Orc before
20
He's like
feet.
okay. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and just like give the Boggle a little scooch in the right direction. Just pull it towards. Just give him a little like little spank to like push him in our direction.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get over here.
Yeah.
You little scamp.
So I'll slap him in our direction. So he starts
All right,
running that way.
you spank Hot Boggle.
That's all I wanted.
All right, roll a charisma check.
To see how well my spank is received.
Yeah. Roll a charisma check.
It's not great. That's a 6.
It's a 6?
Yeah.
Okay, the
sloppy
Hot Boggle
spank.
finds the spank most unsexily. He gets spanked most unsexily, and he's not like really a fan of it. But the spank does make him move like another 5 feet towards you guys.
Cool. And then, as my bonus action, I want to try to make my unseen servant inspect and swipe one of those blue cards off of one of the hooded guys.
Okay. So you do know, because you saw Nico pull the card out and scan it, that he put it back in like a pocket in his robe. So you know where it is on Nico.
Great. Okay. I'll try to swipe Nico's then.
Okay. Great. Roll a stealth check.
Okay. Man. 15.
15. Okay. So your unseen servant reaches into Nico's pocket and pulls out the blue card, and Nico is so focused on the match that he doesn't seem to notice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yay, Darwin. And now I just have to somehow
now
get it to me while there's just going to be a floating blue card through the air.
And let's see. The other hooded figure doesn't notice as well. Cool. Like, he doesn't see anything floating.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. So next is Hellgirl. So
I keep thinking you're going to
Hellgirl.
say Helga.
Me too. Next
Helga.
is Helga
Helga the
Pataki.
Helga Pataki.
So Hellgirl looks behind her at the noxious cloud that Drax and the wolf are in, and she waves her arms, and you see the noxious gas dissipate from that side of the stage, and Drax stops coughing. And then she runs back towards Drax and the wolf, so she's now like 30 feet towards that end of the field from center field. And next is going to be Drax. So finally, because he's not dying anymore, Drax stands up and he looks at you guys, and he runs 50 feet to meet Orc, or 40 feet. Wherever he is, he runs to meet Orc. And next is the Boggle's turn. So because he likes Puff so much, he considers Puff to be a friend. The Boggle makes his way 30 feet towards Ryan, just kind of wobbling like a baby, looking pretty excited to see him. So now the Boggle is 10 feet past center line towards your guys' end zone. And next is Midna. All right, so Midna is going to look at Orc and try to attack you, Orc.
Bring it.
She gets a 21 to hit, so that definitely hits.
Yeah.
And then she does 8 points of damage to you. So she takes a sword and just hacks at your chest, and it'll be slashing damage. So I guess that's halved for you because you're currently in a rage.
Resistant. Mm-hmm. 'Tis but a scratch.
Yeah. So the wolf, being also not consumed in stank gas anymore, sprints from the line and meets Orc and tries to bite you in the leg. It tries to bite you in the leg, but its eyes are still so like closed and messed up from the noxious gas that it accidentally bites its owner, Midna.
Damn.
And Midna just screams out in pain at the wolf, just
Bad
cursing
dog.
it.
Bad dog.
Bad dog. All right, next is Orc.
Can I pet the puppy?
I mean, yeah.
I won't, but I want to.
In a rage, there's still some part of your cuteness
Rage
senses that are
pet.
coming through.
Angry pets. I'm gonna just go try to grab little Boggle there. Pick him up.
Okay, so he is So he's 30 feet away from you because you're kind of in combat with Midna right now. So yeah, you can run away, but you're going to have an attack of opportunity from Midna and the wolf if you do.
Oh, really?
Yep, because you're currently engaged with both of them.
All right, well, then I'll let Puff and Yenri deal with Boggle. And I'll Great Axe Midna again.
All right, roll for attack.
If she wants some of this, she's going to get it. Well, first attack is a crit failure. I'm using my extra attack again.
Okay, and there's not really anyone near you, so you just swing wildly, and roll your next attack.
Oh my god. Another crit failure.
Really?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Those 2 ones in a row.
So you swing once and swing again and kind of spin wildly, and you let go of your great axe, and it flies like that Olympic sport where you're swinging the ball around your head.
A hammer throw?
You swing, and the axe just flies out and embeds itself in the cliff wall like 40 feet to your right.
Oh god. I guess my hands are all greasy. Did I even touch the Boggle?
Yeah, blame it on the Boggle you didn't touch.
Guys, my hands are greasy.
Blame it on
Boggle.
a goal.
Yeah, so you're weaponless now.
Oh, great.
Well, at least down a weapon. You still got like hand axes and javelins and stuff, right?
And belaying
That's true.
pins.
That's right. You can just
Yeah,
clunk 'em.
weapons.
Yeah.
I'll tie you to a pirate ship. All right, next is Puff.
Okie dokie. So how far away is the Boggle from me?
I believe the Boggle's 20 feet from you.
All right. I'm going to run and grab that Boggle.
Because you were halfway between the end zone and midfield, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think you'd move that. So yeah, you can run 20 feet to the Boggle.
All right. I reach out and grip on the Boggle.
Grip on the Boggle?
Well, I just
All right.
grab him.
Yeah, make a strength check.
That is a 17.
All right. So you pick up the Boggle and cradle him like a little baby, and he sits there sucking his thumb and looking at you like he's really comfortable. This Boggle is like 2.5 feet tall, so it's like a big baby.
All right. And I'm probably only like, I don't know, 4.5 feet.
Yeah. Oh, this looks weird.
I go coochie coochie coo, and I poke its belly a little bit.
It laughs and then starts talking in that weird language back at you, kind of in baby talk as well, and he boops your nose.
Oh, okay. So I went 20 feet. Can I still run the last 10 feet back towards the other way?
Yep.
All
Yes,
right.
you can.
I'm gonna run 10 feet the other way.
Okay, so now you are 30 feet from your own end zone.
Ooh.
All right, next is Yenri.
You guys seem like you have this under control. Yeah, I'm gonna fly over in the direction of my unseen servant. But keeping a high loft as to avoid the gaze of the two hooded figures. And basically, well, first of all, I want to try to have the unseen servant swipe the other card. If I can, I'll have him assume that it's in the same pocket that Nico kept his.
Okay.
So, is another stealth? Is it stealth or sleight of hand that I'm making?
Oh, I should have done sleight of hand check. Yeah, it's sleight of hand check.
Okay. That's a 15 again.
Okay. So you reach into the pocket on the right side of this figure, and the unseen servant like pulls its hands out and makes like a shrug emoticon look.
An invisible
and
shrug
he,
emoticon.
Yeah.
I just feel his shrug emoticon.
Yeah. I assume you're attuned to it in some way where you can see that, but it doesn't seem to be in that
He
pocket.
texted you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll fly down onto the sideline near the unseen servant.
Okay.
On the opponent's side, because I assume they're going to be looking in the direction of the Boggle. So I'm going to fly down on the opponent's side and then tell Darwin to come here so he can give me the card and I can slip it in my pocket.
Okay.
Because
So you do that. So this card is basically floating in midair right now. And
right.
let's see. The figure that's not Nico like looks at you as you're flying over to the sideline, but Nico is focused on the Boggle.
Okay. Well, all right. Then I won't make him come out to the sideline. I'll have him hang back and go towards the cliff wall so he gets out of the way.
Okay. So, Yenri, that's your turn. So, Hellgirl is next. So, Hellgirl looks over at Puff carrying the Boggle. And so she's going to run 30 feet towards Puff, in which case she's like 20 feet away. And this is going to be good. All right, so the Hellgirl runs up 30 feet to Puff, and Puff's kind of facing the other direction. And all of a sudden, Puff, right in front of you, you see this large creature appear with this giant sword, and it looks down on you and it says, "Hello, little salamander. I'm going to slay you," and starts bringing this giant sword down on you.
Is
And
he the salamander man?
Is the salamander man?
roll a wisdom saving throw.
It's my greatest nightmare. You said wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Against a
Oh,
15.
it's a 4.
All right. So
I'm very scared.
I want to explain it. So this is the fear spell. It's basically a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fear.
Nailed it.
And so you basically look up on this thing and you're terrified, so you drop Boggle. You drop Boggle on the ground, and he feels a little like, what's the word I'm
Disappointed?
searching for? Disappointed.
I'm not
Yeah,
mad.
he-
We were
I'm just
going to run away
disappointed.
together.
Yeah, he's just a little bit angry. He's just a little bit angry at you because
well, I'm
you dropped him on
terrified.
his bum. Yeah, and so
Well, I drop to the ground and like curl up into a ball.
Mm-hmm.
This is possibly the scariest moment of my life thus far.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So next turn, you're gonna have to take the dash action to run as far away from this thing as you can.
Okay.
That's all his whole turn next time?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Suck.
Suck.
Oh shit. Boggle. Or wait, I'll read this and then do Boggle as well.
Does Boggle also get scurred?
He can.
What is his worst fear? I'm assuming it looks different to everyone, like that Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
What is
Oh,
that?
yeah, it's like
Box
the
full
Bogart.
of fears. A
The
Bogart.
Bogart.
That's what it is.
A what?
It's called
The
the Bogart.
Bogart?
Yeah, they keep it in that.
Yeah.
Do you not
Or
remember the Bogart?
Bogart.
I didn't think that was what
Bogart.
it was called.
Bogart.
Yeah. It's definitely called
that's-
Bogart.
They keep it in that chest or whatever, and they open it up, and it materializes whatever your worst fear is.
Like a Humphrey Bogart?
It might be pronounced Bogart.
No, well, yeah, maybe.
I think
Boggle.
because I never read that far in the books. Yeah, it's Bogart.
A Bogart.
Oh yeah. You didn't read Harry Potter.
I only read the first 2 books.
God.
And I never made
You're
any
such a
farther.
disappointment to the family.
And I just watched the movies.
You open up the chest, and
Boggle.
Humphrey Bogart steps out.
Oh no, it's a Bogart.
My worst fear. Ah!
And he says, "Here's looking at you, kid."
It's looking at me.
I'm not a kid. Okay. So when you drop Boggle on the ground, Boggle like kind of gets himself up, and he also looks forward, and you see his eyes go wide, and he starts screaming as well. So both you and Puff and the Boggle are like kind of on the ground just screaming at what you guys don't really see anything, but they're both screaming at this kind of invisible image in front of them.
Wait. So do we get to know what the Boggle's worst fear is?
No, because only the Boggle can see it, so you don't know what it is.
Come on.
It's Humphrey Bogart.
It's Humphrey Boggle.
Yeah.
He's so much hotter than me.
Yeah. I'll say, so you guys we'll peek inside the mind of the Boggle just for the listeners, because I know that they're really curious too. So the Boggle stands up and he sees like another Boggle that's in an apron and has like looks like a curly gray wig and a rolling pin, and it's screaming at him. And so it's his mother.
It's his mother.
Yeah.
Mama Boggle.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was going to be just like domestic life. He was just like terrified of domestic life.
Yeah.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's terrified of his wife. Yeah.
I'm terrified of settling down.
Yeah.
He wants to run and be free.
Yeah. His commitment
Yeah.
issues. That's how we got into this in the first place.
Yeah. So instead, he
least-
stays in a cage and gets chased by people.
Yeah.
At least his worst fear is not his current predicament. That's good to know.
No.
Yeah.
No, he
this is-
loves this shit.
Yeah. He never wants to be caught. That's why he has commitment issues.
Yeah.
That's why he's so good at this.
It's perfect. Yeah. So his worst fear is commitment. We've decided that. All right. So next is Drax. So Drax is going to try and hit Orc. So he takes his giant broadsword off his shoulders and takes a swing at Orc. Oh. And he comes down heavy on you. So yeah, he brings down his broadsword really heavily on you, and he does 32 damage to you.
Hold on. What kind of
my
damage?
God.
Piercing damage.
Resistant.
Or sorry, it's no, it's slashing. Either way, you're resistant. So yeah, he does 16 damage to you.
All right.
Oh, man.
Whew.
Do your worst, Drax.
It's like, ha ha ha, I will try. It's my worst Drax impression.
My very worst.
I liked it.
No, thank you. All right, next is the Boggle. So the Boggle is scared shitless of commitment right now. So he starts turning and running the other way. So he runs 30 feet in the opposite direction. So he is now at the center line again.
Damn it.
And next is Midna. She's going to try and attack Orc 2 with the wolf. So she takes a swing at Orc and she misses. And the wolf tries to bite your leg and hits you. And you feel like right into your Achilles tendon, this like gnawing mouth just chewing on your Achilles. And you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Is that with the resistance?
That's without.
Okay. How does that work then if it's half? Is it just
I think you round
3?
down. Yeah. Well, we'll round up. Yeah, it's 3.
Okay.
So you also have to make a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 13.
Okay, so you stay on your feet as the wolf is clamping down on your leg there. And you're up next, Orc.
Man, I just feel like a wall right now. You guys got to get this damn Boggle. So do I see any of what's going on with Yenri? Am I aware of that in any way?
Roll a perception check.
Ooh, I got a 20. Nat 20.
Nice. Okay, so you have full court awareness at this point. You know exactly what Yenri's trying to do.
All right. So I look up at Yenri really quick and just like dig my foot into the ground, like digging a hole. Is it soft? Is it like dirt that we're standing on?
Yeah, but it's like packed dirt.
Okay, that's fine. So I just kind of
It's
like
not like
scratch, like kind of push my foot into the ground,
Like a
dig a
chicken?
hole a little bit, and kind of wink at him.
Or a bowl.
Or a bull. A chicken or a bull. One of the two.
I'm aware of what's happening with his mage hand or whatever, and I just kind of like dig up the dirt a little bit, like I'm burying something, and wink at him.
Okay. Yenri, roll a perception check to see if you.
To see if I understand the table talk.
Yeah.
I went a little too far with my.
It's
Yeah.
an 8.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't notice, or you just think that he's like, I don't know. What do you think that he's doing?
I'm like a bull, just like.
It's like, wow, he is really revved up.
Yeah.
Really gonna run.
Classic orc.
Yeah. That's honestly what I thought you were. I thought you were gonna like charge someone or like.
I was
raging
reading your
bullet.
faces, and it looked like no one was understanding.
I
this.
understood. The funny thing was I was thinking about doing that anyway, but now I don't know if I can because I failed a perception
Oh
check.
man, I ruined it.
I like. I think I missed a few things that led up to this, so I still have no idea what's going on.
That's all right. We'll get there.
But it doesn't
Puff
involve
is just
me.
scared
So.
of the salamander man. So
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if I know.
I'm gonna consider like what you just did like an object. Like that's just like that wasn't an action, so you can still do stuff.
Right, I was thinking that would just be like a bonus thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So now I'm going to attack Drax with my
Okay.
hand axe.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I made you lose your shit.
Drax with the hand axe.
Hand Drax.
Hand Drax.
It's Drax with the
All right.
hand axe in the annex.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you swing and Drax just catches your hand as you come down on him, and
But then the
is holding
second
it.
axe comes in because I have extra attack, and that's a crit failure. What the hell's going on?
Damn.
All right, roll one more d20. Just raw.
3.
Okay, so you try and swipe at him, and you let go of your other hand axe, and it goes and embeds itself in the wall near your great axe.
He's trying to take down the whole cave. He's trying to start a cave in.
So you got one hand axe now.
I'm just gonna start throwing all my weapons into the wall.
In anger.
Yeah, for safe,
Make it
safe
look
keeping.
like- Make it look like it's intentional.
Yeah.
There's a plan here.
Yeah. All right, next is Puff.
I'm scared. What do I do?
So you have to run away from the salamander man.
Oh yeah,
So-
it's the only thing I can do, and it's all they do. Okay, well I run.
Yeah. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action to move away from by the safest route possible on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move. The creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of you. The creature can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends for that creature.
I'm sorry, what?
So you're kind of you're kind of permanently frightened by this thing as long as Hellgirl is holding her concentration on you.
Okay. So I can't do anything then.
No. Yeah, so you run 30
Perfect.
feet. So you and the Boggle are neck and neck screaming, running back towards the other side.
Do we run together?
Yeah, you're running together.
Man, this reminds me of when Dylan and I were running away from those fireworks in Canada.
Yes, I remember it well.
Save the children.
Me, Puff, Dylan, the Boggle.
I was a little more boggle-sized back then.
Yeah.
And a greasy teenager.
Yeah. I like my Boggle size. You were still like 6'1", probably.
A whole inch shorter.
Yeah. So young. So young.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so you sprint away. Next is Hellgirl. So
I thought I was
she
after
is-
Puff.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yenri.
Ah.
Yenri, it's your turn.
Okay. Yenri saw Orc doing some weird chicken scratch moves, and he was like, huh, that rage is really getting to him. And doesn't know how to interpret it. But prior to that, he was thinking, I should have my servant hide this key. So he's going to have the unseen servant go over to the cave wall and look to see if there's a, well, yeah, I guess not even like a hole in the wall. I think it's best if he just buries it in the ground.
Okay. The ground is definitely like loose enough that you could do that. Like it's like a credit card size thing, so you could definitely put it
Yeah.
on the ground and swipe some dirt over it.
Okay. Yeah, he does that. He has his
Okay.
unseen servant just go as close to the wall as he can and do that.
Okay, and I'm gonna keep the perception checks from the guys from before. They don't see this happen
Okay.
because they're both facing the other direction.
Okay. With this next move, I'm probably going to break range with the unseen servant, so he's probably going to die. But I'm going to dash towards the Boggle because I think I'm pretty far away right now. Mm-hmm. I was just over the halfway line on their side.
You are 30 feet from the Boggle because Boggle and Puff are dead center of the field right now, and you were like at the sideline, so you're 30
Right.
feet from the Boggle.
Okay. I only have 25 movement speed, so I'll dash
yes.
towards the Boggle.
Okay, so you meet the Boggle at center field.
Okay.
All right, and now it's Hellgirl. So she's actually gonna run over and try and grab the Boggle. So she's close enough that she can do that. So she runs over to it, and she is able to successfully grab it. And so she grabs its oily body and slings him over her shoulder. And that's going to be her whole turn. So Drax is still engaged with Orc right now. And Drax is going to try and attack Orc again. And he brings down his broadsword, and Orc, with your like free hand that's been freed up because all of your weapons are gone, you grab Drax's arm and stop him from coming down on top of you.
Yeah.
All right, next is the Boggle. So the Boggle is still really scared right now, and he doesn't really do a whole lot because he's being ran away from his worst fear, and he's pretty content to be in the arms of Hellgirl. And next is going to be Midna and the Wolf, who are going to continue to try and slam down on Orc. So the first attack hits Orc from Midna, and you take 8 points of damage. And the Wolf is going to come down on you again as well. And you take 6 points of damage from the Wolf as it clamps down on your legs again, and make another DC 11 strength check to see if you can stay standing.
12.
Okay, yeah.
Success.
So you're able to stay up. So you're just taking punches right now.
Wait, so that was 8 and 6, you said?
Yep.
But I'm resistant to both, I assume?
Yeah. So you take 7 points of damage total.
All right.
How you doing, Orc?
I'm still standing.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well against these dudes.
I'm at 18 right now.
Okay. You're a proper tank.
Yeah.
Standing there taking blows and throwing weapons at the wall.
Yeah. I'm not dealing any damage, but I'm sure absorbing it pretty well. Oh, is it my turn?
Next is going to be Orc. Yeah.
All right. So can I get a lay of the land here?
So you currently have Drax, Midna, and the Wolf just surrounding you.
And where are we?
If I remember correctly, you guys were
At the center
at
line.
midfield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we were. I don't think I
Yeah.
ever left midfield.
No.
So I'm going to say that you're a little closer to like the far side, like the right side of the field, and the rest of like Puff, Yenri are more like dead center field. So
Okay.
Hellgirl is like 10 feet away from you. She has the boggle in her hands, running back towards her side.
Oh, shit. I am going to use... Does the brightness pebble affect only people that are looking towards it?
It's a cone,
is-
right? It's a cone.
Yeah.
So I choose where to use it?
Yep, exactly. You aim it.
Okay. So can I, I guess it seems like I could strategically place it where the cone hits everybody except for Yenri, Puff, and I.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really hard to do.
Oh, do I have to
Why?
do like a
Well,
precision?
because it's a cone and like Hellgirl, Puff, Boggle, and Yenri are kind of in a lump together, and then you're surrounded by 3 people where you are.
Oh. All right, well then I'll just place it so that it only hits Hellgirl and Boggle. Is that possible?
Okay, yeah, I'll say that
So
that's possible.
the edge of my cone hits her.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good to me. All right, so you take out your gem of brightness and you say the command word, and suddenly this blinding beam of light shoots out from it, and Constitution saving throw. They both fail for sure. So both Hellgirl and the Boggle are now blinded. So you hear both of them scream out, and Hellgirl drops to her knees and drops the Boggle, and they're both holding their eyes and screeching. Yes. It's Boggle screech.
Nice.
Can he still grab the boggle? Chris, you have movement? Orc?
I do have movement, but I'm assuming if I run away, I'm going to get attacked. So I'll
Yeah.
have to just stand here ready to be bitten and swiped at and stabbed.
Yeah, you can take it. All
Bring
right.
it on.
Next is Puff, who's
That's so terrified.
the salamander man disappears. You're no longer scared because she got hit. Her concentration broke. You're no longer afraid.
Nice.
Thank God. Where is the boggle in relation to me right now?
The Boggle is like right next to you,
Oh, and how far am I away from our side?
60 feet.
Do I have a dash? Oh wait, I have to
Can
grab
you
him.
can you do expend a sorcery point to like use another action or bonus action?
Oh, I have no idea. I guess I should look that up.
I was gonna say the only thing I see that was like almost there is with a sorcery point you can cast a quickened spell, which instead of using an action for a spell, you can use a bonus action for your spell.
Oh.
What does that mean?
So you would still have like the ability to dash after using a spell.
Oh, so
You
I
could-
can do that?
So you could do a spell and then have movement and then dash.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't-
but if I just pick up the boggle, is that an action?
Yeah, picking up the boggle
And then I'd
would
only
an
be
action.
able to run.
Yeah.
But you could pick up the boggle, cast a spell, and run.
Yes.
Yes, true. So where is everybody in relation? Is anybody near me?
Yenri's over there, right?
Yenri's flying above Puff right now.
How far above me are you, Yenri?
Like 10 feet or less, because I was dive bombing for the boggle.
Oh, maybe I can just toss the boggle to you.
Sure.
The old flea flicker.
Alley-oop.
Did you take that from that? Who is it? Peyton Manning and what's his face commercial? I've seen like 40
I just know
times.
flea flicker is just like an actual. I don't even know if a flea flicker includes a lateral. Some person who's actually into football and listening to our podcast.
That's a real thing.
crossover.
Yeah,
gosh.
that's a real move.
Yeah,
I've never
flea
heard of
flickers.
that.
either, though.
It's on this, I don't know, some insurance company thing that has, I think, Peyton Manning as their spokesperson. And I've seen this damn
Yeah.
commercial so many times in the past week.
Yeah.
And they say flea flicker. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do exactly that.
Oh, that's
Flick the
it's
flea.
exactly what I thought it was. It's what after it snaps to the quarterback, he can laterals it to the running back. So it is a flea flicker.
Yeah.
Hooray
I
for
guess I'm not
football!
doing that.
Yeah. Flick that flea.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay. Well, first I'm gonna use one sorcery point to quicken spell, and use reduce on the Boggle. Get him down to like baseball size or football size, whatever, sports size. And then I'm going to toss him to Yenri,
Okay.
who's flying
So, yeah.
through the air.
Awesome. So yeah, you're
Like
able
tossing
to.
the pig skin,
Yeah.
the Boggle skin.
Tiny leathery Boggle. Does the Boggle have to succeed on something with a reduced thing? I don't remember. It's like a con save.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something. Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so you wave your hands. So you expend a sorcery point, and then you wave your hands magically as you're like looking to pick up the Boggle, and he suddenly shrinks to half his size. And then you grab the Boggle and roll a strength check to see if you can grab this Boggle and toss him.
Oy. That is a 9.
Okay, so actually, because the Boggle is so small and weak, and he's your friend, you're able to pick him up gingerly and toss him to Yenri up 10 feet in the air. And Yenri, make a acrobatics or athletics check, whichever is higher, to see if you can catch this Boggle.
Okay.
This slippery Boggle.
21.
Okay, yeah. You reach out and like Odom Beckham Jr. like one-handed catch this Boggle and hold it close to you. And now it's your turn.
I dash. Oh, I dash real fast.
Okay.
Back towards the goal line.
So you
Still in the
you
air.
Yeah, so you fly 50 feet back towards the goal line, and you're almost at the goal line when your turn ends.
Yenri.
What?
So
Just
Can he
your
throw
dash.
the
Your dash is so
Boggle?
short.
Yeah. I'm not a strong fast boy.
yeah,
You're not a big fast boy. Aren't you a big fast boy?
No, I'm a little slow boy.
yeah.
Little slow boy.
I'm the Pillsbury slow boy.
Oh, I want more puns to come out of this. We can do more than that.
The Lilsbury slow boy. Is that Lilsbury slow boy?
All right, we'll let that one go now.
Little
All right. So, yeah, you fly 50 feet with the Boggle, and the Boggle looks pretty content in your arms right now. So, Hellgirl is blinded. She's just kind of incapacitated right now. She can't tell what the hell's going on. Drax, Midna, and the Wolf are going to try and sprint over to you. It's just kind of like a last-ditch effort. So, Orc, you're going to get an attack of opportunity on all three of them.
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh, they got it coming.
Can he like triple attack then?
He basically gets one attack on each of them as they're running away,
Sweet.
like an action.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, you don't get your double attack. You just get the single attack.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll 3 checks on them.
I assume with my hand axe.
Yep. your
lone
almost
hand
last
axe.
weapon left.
I still have the belaying pin.
It's not a weapon.
All right, so first one is a 25.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll for damage.
8.
Okay. So you slash into Midna as she's trying to run away from you, and do 2 more attack rolls for the Wolf and Drax.
All right, so next one is a 10.
Okay, so you swing your hand axe and you miss Drax, and go for the Wolf.
Crit fail. That's a
Yeah.
8.
roll a raw d20.
Oh, a 2.
So you swing wildly, and you let go of your hand axe, and it goes and embeds itself in the wall. Next to all of your other weapons.
I feel like Puff is starting to think that there's a plan.
I'm just trying to bring the whole cave down.
At that point, a crack appears in the cave wall, and a stone falls on all 3 of them as they're running away.
Nailed it.
Just as planned.
I would give that roll a raw d20 again.
Ooh. Come on, 20. Come on. Oh, it's a 6.
Damn, if you rolled a 20 on that, I was gonna give you the crack in the wall and the stone falling on their head. Just because that would have been too amazing.
That would have been so good.
But yeah, so the three of them run 60 feet, and basically Yenri's up in the air higher than they can do anything, but they're all underneath Yenri right now. And so next is Orc.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna attack. I'm gonna recklessly attack Drax with my javelin.
He's 60 feet away from you, so.
Yeah, javelin.
Oh, javelin. Yeah, hell yeah, do that. Just for good measure.
Yep. I'm gonna extra attack, recklessly javelin him.
Dual javelins.
Oh wait, no, it's reckless is only on melee attacks. This isn't a melee, is it?
No.
So you only have one javelin, too.
Yeah.
Recall
No,
it.
I have
and throw
four.
it.
I have 4 javelins.
Oh, never mind. Where do you
I'm gonna
carry
throw-
those?
I'm gonna throw. Don't ask. I'm gonna throw both of them. I'm gonna throw 2 of them at Drax.
Okay.
First one is a 14.
Okay. So you throw it and it bends itself into the cave wall past Drax.
And the second one is a 21.
All right, that one hits. So that hits him square in the back.
And it does 8 damage.
All right.
No, sorry, 6 damage. No, 8 damage.
He is that's the first time he's like been hit.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's been a lot of missing. You've just lost weapons, like a lot of weapons. All right, Puff, you're next.
I am going to use magic missile and hit all 3 of the guys.
Just for the hell of it. All right, roll 3
Yeah, I guess it
D4s.
won't really do much.
Yeah.
It's just a little like 2, 4, and 4.
Okay, so that deals those damage to them. So as they're running away to try and hit Puff, you see those magic mixels go and like hit their arms. And so Yenri, you're next.
Yenri's just gonna dive bomb the finish line, and as he
Yeah.
goes down, just turn over and like prestidigitation, shower some sparks behind him to blind everybody who's coming after him.
Nice. So you're flying high through the air right now, and you see like the 3 people, like the wolf, Drax, and Midna are all like kind of standing under you, trying to jump up and grab you. And as they're jumping, you see the 3 magic missiles hit their arms and kind of knock them off kilter. And you dive bomb over their arms and spray some sparks into their eyes, and dive bomb into the end zone with the Boggle.
Whee!
And you guys win.
Woohoo!
There are no cheers because there's no audience. There's just a single, like, clapping from the sideline from Nico.
I'm cheering. Orc is cheering.
Yeah, Orc is cheering as well.
The Boggle's cheering.
So, yeah. So Nico
Boggle's
walks
happy.
into the field. He's like, well done, guys. It looks like you win this one. And he walks over to you, and he holds out his hands and gives you this 60 platinum pieces. So you guys put 30 in, the other team put 30 in. So you basically you're up 30 platinum now.
Nice. We can
Thanks,
each
Nico.
have 10.
It's a good game.
It's like, yeah, it's always unfortunate to see some of your best people lose, but you guys fought well.
They did too.
Yeah.
It's a fun game you got there.
Yeah, it was an honorable match.
Yeah. That greasy boggle's hard to catch.
So what happens to the Boggle now?
Oh, he goes back to his cage.
Oh.
And you see a cage magically appear around the Boggle again. And he takes his cloak off and he throws it over the Boggle cage. It's like, there we go. Now he thinks it's nighttime.
Silly Boggle.
And he's like, and I have to tell you guys, our little back alley establishment here is closing down. So I have to ask you to leave, take your winnings. But if you're ever interested in another high stakes game, come and see us.
Will do.
Absolutely. Now, if you'll excuse
All right.
me, I'm going to collect my weapons.
Yeah, you're able to go and you get your 2 javelins, both your hand axes and your great axe out of the cave wall.
And wasn't there something else we were supposed to?
Yeah.
I'll start. I don't know. I throw my arms around a couple of the guys and say, "Drinks on me," and I wave over the rest of them.
So they walk over and it's like, do you have a drink on you?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna buy you guys drinks. Come on, there's a bar here. Right?
Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Drinks on me.
There are drinks on me right now.
All right, and while that's happening, I walk
It's like-
over and scoop the card out of the ground, put it in my pocket.
All right, make a sleight of hand check with advantage because Orc's creating a distraction.
Oh boy.
That's a 9.
So you reach your hand into the dirt and you see the hooded figure like looking over his shoulder at you as you do that, and he yells over and says like, "What do you got there?"
I had dropped my hanky earlier.
Roll a deception check.
I have nose problems. That's a critical fail.
Oh no!
So, do you have any like actually add your deception to that?
5?
5. Okay. So he just like looks back away from you as you say that and starts like looking at Orc again. And he doesn't seem to be interested.
Okay. I'll put my hanky in my pocket.
All right, so you guys have 1 key card on you.
Whoa.
So
And
You're
can I-
able
Can I
to-
turn to that guy and say, "I didn't catch your name"?
he's like, "I would rather not tell you." And he keeps his hood up.
Well, would you rather have a drink?
Like, I would not. And he kind of turns around from everybody and he starts walking across the field and just kind of disappears into the darkness. It looks like there's another door on the far end of the field, and you see him walk all the way over and he swipes a card and he enters inside.
That guy seems like a real vlog.
So
that he
at
does.
At this point, Nico escorts you out of the dirt cave there and back into the hookah lounge there. And there's very few people left at this point. Several hours has passed. It's really late at night at this point, and he basically says like, "Our establishment's gonna be closing soon here, boys. I appreciate the offer for a drink, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to kick you out." It's like, "The festival will be back open. This place will be back open tomorrow if you want to come."
Okay. Well, thanks again for taking on our bet and showing us a good time.
Yeah, pleasure doing business with you. And he turns around and he just goes and joins a couple people at like a hookah area, and you guys exit the building and back into the night of the festival. And at this point, there's very few lights left on. The festival's really closing down at this point.
Guys, I'm real suspicious of that last hooded figure. We've got to come up with a plot
Oh,
to
you don't
figure out.
say.
Yeah. I don't know if we can sneak back through this hookah place or sneak around back somehow. But I think that's where we got to get.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there are. I mean, there's probably more doors like this with just a single key card,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. And now,
Ultimately, we need the 4 key card door, but there's got to be more of these single key card doors.
yeah, in the meantime, we have a key card.
Yeah, I got it in my pocket.
It's nice and warm because it's
My
been in my
pocket.
pocket.
It wasn't really a hanky. Wink, wink.
Hanky with code. I was deceiving him.
Good job, Puff.
Good
Thanks.
job.
I didn't puff it up this time. Woohoo!
Hey everyone, Dylan here. Thank you so much for listening to the Brotherverse and for sticking with us through 26 episodes. If you made it this far, obviously you like it a little bit, so if you haven't already, go tell a friend that you think might like it. Go subscribe and review on whatever podcasting platform you use. Go and like us and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the places. And as we come to the end of the year here, we're actually going to take a little break for the holidays, and we'll come back with a new episode in the first couple weeks of January. Keep an eye out on those platforms. We'll let you know when it's coming. But until then, enjoy your holiday season, and we'll see you in the new year.